This is a Gizmo's freeware tutorial on using the online editor and template generator script to create new review articles. What we're going to be doing is creating a new software review category style article. And to begin with, we want to prepare the container that we're going to write our new content in, or create our new content. In this case, we're going to be using a workspace, which is what we suggest anytime you're working on new articles or new categories. Now, if you haven't already previously prepared a workspace, please see the tutorial on creating a workspace first and create a workspace for yourself. Once we get our workspace open here, we're going to click Edit. And we're going to need a blank workspace. This is a workspace I've already used before for another article, so I'm just going to clear all of the content that I have here in the editor. So to do that, the view we are in right now, the normal view, we call the what you see is what you get view. And then there's also a source view, which you access by clicking source here. Hit Control A, and then just hit delete. And now we have a blank document to work with. Now, in order to get the structure that we need for our category, or our software review category, we go to our test site where we have this script called the create details script. We also call it the template generator. You'll find this script at the test site www.urltrim.com/create-details.php. Now, we're not going to worry about this first part of the form. I've actually already got some details in here, but we're going to look at that in just a little bit. So let's look at these two buttons right here. The first one, create empty article, and the second one, create sample article, basically do much the same thing. The first one creates a skeleton structure of a software review category. And the other one creates the same thing with some more details filled in. I think we'll learn more by using the first one. So we'll just click that. The page will refresh, and it will have put the code that we need right down here. So we'll Control A and Control C, and then come back over to your workspace and click Source and paste that text in there. Control V. Now if we go back to the what you see is what you get view, you can see that we have the basic structure. Doesn't look like much, but it has the basic structure of a review. Now, the first part of a review that you need to edit is this introduction. So now it is the time when we can actually begin to go in and replace these sections with our own text. Now, we recommend that you use your own text editor, a text editor of your choice, a word processor, in order to write the actual content that you're going to put into your reviews. It makes it a whole lot easier, and you can use spell check. Plus, it is a bit safer because things can happen when you're trying to save in the online editor, and it could cause you to lose your work. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. I'm using OpenOffice here, and this is my introduction paragraph. So I'll just copy that, and then I'll come back in here, and I'm going to paste this in here, but I'm going to show you something. When I've pasted it in, you can see that there's a bunch of big gaps here. Something's wrong with the formatting. It doesn't look the same way that it did in my word processor, and that's because word processors like Microsoft Office or OpenOffice, Google Docs, and others include hidden formatting with the text. When you copy it, that formatting comes over with it. So when you paste it in here, there's some formatting in there that the editor doesn't like, and we want to get rid of that. So instead of just copying it in directly, Control Z to go back, I'm going to use one of these paste options up here. There's actually this first one with a clipboard here is just a normal paste. The second one is paste as plain text, and the third one is paste from Word. Although it doesn't only support Word. At least OpenOffice seems to work fairly well in it too. And you would want to use that if you've created an article or something and you've included some bullets or something, and you want to save that structure. Most of the time you probably won't need to do that. In this case, I'm just going to paste it in as plain text. So I'll click there. It gives me a little box to paste in my text that I've selected, and it'll remove all the formatting and it'll put it in there. Now it looks much better. So that's my introduction. And now I'm going to select this section here where it says your discussion text goes here. And the discussion section is actually where you write the reviews of your software. And so we'll go back to my text editor, and I have one paragraph created here for a software that I'm reviewing, and we'll paste that in this section here. Okay, like so. Alright, now you're going to want to put in a screenshot of this particular product. So to do that, you will put your cursor right before the line of text where you want your image to go in, and you'll come up and click on this button, Insert Edit Image. This will all start out blank, and we're going to upload the pictures to the file browser or the server. Now before we do that, you need to prepare two images or two screenshots of your program. The first one, the full-size screenshot, you need to resize to 500 pixels wide. And then the second screenshot will be a thumbnail, the same picture as your full-size screenshot, but you want to resize it to 200 pixels wide. And you can give them both a name, that whatever name you want really, that will help you keep them straight. But usually I title it based upon the software name. And then the thumbnail will be named exactly the same as the full size, except I'll attach the word thumb to the end of it. That's an easy way to keep them straight. So then you click on, once you have your images ready, you click on your browse server there, and the file browser will pop up, and it looks like this. When it first loads, the top folder will be selected like that, and what you'll need to do is scroll down to the PC freeware category. This is where all of the software review category pictures go. Then you'll want to find which category your images fit into best. In this case, since we're working with an image editor, the image view and edit will be the best choice here. Now, this is where your screenshots are going to go, and I've actually already uploaded these before, but I'll show you how I did it. You come up to Upload and click here. Then you want to browse on your computer for your full-size screenshot. And then click Open and click Upload. And in just a moment after you click Upload, the picture will show up like this in the preview. Then you want to upload your next one, your thumbnail, by selecting it. Click Open, click Upload, and your thumbnail will then load. Once this is loaded like this, there's two ways you can get the URL for this. One, you can right-click it, right-click the image, and click Copy Image Location. And maybe Word is slightly different depending upon which internet browser you're using, whether you're using Firefox in this case, or Chrome, Opera, Safari, whatever. But there's usually an entry like that. The other way you can get the URL is by clicking on the image, and it'll just open a new tab in your browser, and the location will be in the address bar. You can just click copy from that, and then go back to your workspace, and in your image properties under the image info tab, paste the thumbnail URL in that line right there. Okay, then next you want to click on the tab in the middle that's labeled link. You want to go back to your file browser, and you want to get the URL of the second one. Then go back to your workspace and type that URL in there. Okay, go back to the Image Info tab and type in some alternative text. Usually it's the name of the software. So in this case I typed in Lightbox Editor Screenshot. Down here in the H space you want to add an 8. This just adds a little bit of space on the sides of the image, a little bit of padding room. Then you want to select one alignment option. Either left or right is usually what you're going to want to use. In this case we'll select left, and that makes the image either go on the left side of the text or all the way on the right side of the text. You'll see where it pops in here. This is on the left. If I chose right, it would go over here. So that then is how you put a screenshot in and link it to the full-size image. This is the thumbnail, and the full-size image, if you click on this image, it should go to it. It doesn't work in the editor view. It will work in the preview view, and we'll look at that in a minute.